Hello. Couldn't get any ideas today. So I went into the verse wise and they have reading plans. So I looked up wisdom and this was the third entry down and it happens to be Job chapter 3. And so here we go. Job curses the day he was born is the title of it, and it's 26 verses. After this opened Job his mouth and cursed his day. And Job spake and said, Let the day perish wherein I am born, and the night in which I was said, There is a man-child conceived, a man-child conceived. Let that day be darkness, let not God regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. Let darkness and the shadow of death stain it. Let a cloud dwell upon it. Let the blackness of the day terrify it. As for that night, let darkness seize upon it. Let it not be joined unto the days of the year. Let it not come into the number of the months. Lo, let that night be solitary. Let no joyful voice come therein. Let them curse it that curse the day, who are ready to rise up their mourning. Let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark. Let it look for light, but have none. Neither let it see the dawning of the day, because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Why did the knees prevent me, nor why the breasts that I should suck? For now, should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept. Then had I been at rest with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as an hidden untimely birth, I had not been, as infants which never saw light. There the wicked ceases from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul, which long for death, but it cometh not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures, which rejoice exceedingly, and are glad when they can find the grave. Why is light given to a man whose way is hid, and whom God hath hedged in? For my sighing cometh before I eat, and my roarings are poured out like the waters. For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come unto me. I was not in safety, neither had I rest, neither was I quiet, yet trouble came. Ah, well, that's quite a cursing of the day he was born. Um, of course, if you know the story of Job, I read Job chapter 1, and he is tormented. By the devil. And the devil consulted God before he began to torment Job. It's a contest. trying to see if Job will curse God. Okay? So, here's a little snippet of their conversation. This is from the Job chapter 1 attack on Job's character. And it goes, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God, and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doth Job fear God for naught? Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord." Oh, it gets me every time. Because if you don't believe that God is in control, then you don't understand. You don't understand the real mechanics of what's happening. Satan, the devil, is our opposition. But is he really against God? After you read that was Job chapter 1, 8 through 12, that last section. And it makes me kind of, I get like this because the just trouble that people have. Like, they know. God knows. He lets us suffer. He lets the devil torment us. It's right there. I'm not making it up. Y'all can read it yourself, obviously. So the devil literally works for God. He was put here to divide the wheat from the chaff. He's here to prove who will really serve God and who won't. Everyone thinks that somehow he is like a real threat to God or the devil. But he's not. He's simply just, he's working with God. He's God's tool. The devil's not really in control. He literally needs permission from God. So if you're worried about the devil or your circumstances, just remember, God is watching. God knows. You're being tested. That's the test right there. Satan thinks that if you're tormented enough, you'll curse God. But that also means that you're God's person, which hurts more, I think. And I hear stories about people doing that. They curse God. They stop believing. They stop, being a Christian or whatever. And they become, they just start to not love God. And I got to get deeper into this Job story because, in Job chapter 3, he's kind of like, well, why am I here? Now this is the why am I here story. Right? Like, why was I not just killed at birth. Why'd you let me live? Okay. Sorry, I'm getting hot and everything. Oh, wow. So, thanks for watching. And I just relate to this story a lot, way too much. Because the roller coaster that's been my life. You know, you're doing stuff, you're working, you're building, you get what you think you want, you have the blessings, and then somehow everything stops working. Because God allows it. For a test. Well, God, I don't like the test. Stop it. Why do we have to lose everything? Why do we have to have these seasons? All right, I'm done. Y'all know what to do for the YouTube thing. This is Bible Time with Edgar. Bible Time in the morning. That's my channel subsection. Wow.